Good morning, student. In today's class, I am going to discuss about the multiple choice questions that were asked to you in the midterm one examination. Let's discuss the solution. Question number one: what is false statement in the explanation of compiler? So you have to find the false statement. So first one is translator. Yes, compiler is a translator. Second one, compile the code line by line. No, compiler does not compile the code line by line. It compiles the code at a whole. So this statement is false. You can take it. Next one is create object code. Yes, compiler creates the object code. And last one is slow as compared to interpreter. And no, compiler is not slow. Compiler is faster than interpreter. So you have to mark it also. So these are the 2 points where you have to mark. Next one is question number 2. Question number 2: what will be the final value of the variable k after executing these two test statements? So you are having two variables I and j, where I value is 1 and j value is 3. Then you have to find the value of the k variable k in the expression k equal to I double equal to j greater than 0. So how can we find it? So let's discuss the solution. So you can see k equal to I double equal to j greater than 0. So in this you can see there are three operators. First one is assignment, then comparison operator, then greater than operator. So highest precedence is of greater than, then then comparison operator, or then assignment operator. Okay, so how this operation will be evaluated? So you can start. So when you traverse the expression from left to right, so first you can see your assignment operator. So what are the two operands of assignment operator? Because assignment is a binary operator, so there will be two operand. So left operand of assignment operator is k. What will be right operand? So right operand, you have to check its right operand can be 1, or it can be 1 double equal to j, or it can be 1 double equal to j greater than 0. So how can we able to find it? So assignment operator, after assignment operator, you can see what is the next operator. Next operator is your comparison operator, because comparison operator has more precedence than assignment operator. So right operand will not be evaluated until this comparison operator has been evaluated. So we can say, we will move to next. So we can say about comparison operator. Comparison operator is having a left operand of 1. So what will be the right operand of comparison operator? So for this we can put the value of j. So j value is 3. So you can see the left operand of comparison operator was 1, but right operand of comparison operator can be 3 or 3 greater than 0. It will depend on the precedence of operator greater than. As we can see that this greater than operator has a larger precedence than comparison operator. So right operand of the comparison operator will be 3 greater than 0. Okay, so first we have to solve 3 greater than 0, only then right operand of this comparison operator will be able to achieve. So 3 greater than 0, when solved, it will return you 1, because 3 greater than 0 condition is satisfied. So after that you have to solve this comparison operator. So both the operand of comparison operator are 1, so this condition is satisfied, so it will return 1, and in the last this value 1 will be assigned to the variable k. So value of k will be 1 here, so you can mark it. So that is your answer. Next question: which is not the type of the secondary memory? So you have to mark only one oval. So hard disk drive, that is secondary memory. Optical disk drive, they are also secondary memory. Static RAM, so they are part of primary memory. They are like primary memory, so they are not type of secondary memory, so you can mark it. So this is the correct answer. Next question: what is the correct decreasing order of operator precedence? So you are given 4 operators. One is bitwise complement. Next is um, next you have a logical AND operator. Then you have a conditional operator, and then you have bitwise left shift assignment. Okay, so how will we able to find the decreasing order of operator precedence? You can say this bitwise complement. You can see the answer. First operator, which is of highest precedence, is bitwise complement, because it is unary, and unary have the highest precedence. Second, we can say second operator is logical AND operator. It is having the next highest priority. Then we have conditional operator, and finally we have this left shift assignment, because it is assignment. So assignment operator is the lowest precedence operator here. Okay, so on the basis of this, our correct answer will be last one. Okay, next we are having next question. What is the value of the given expression? So this expression can be solved like this one. So first you are having the statement 16 divided by 3 plus 2, left shift 4 minus 1. So how will we solve it? So traverse the expression from left to right. So 16 divided by 3. The divide operation will be solved before plus. So both operand are ready, 16 and 3. It will give you 5. So when you get 5 plus 2, left shift 4 minus 1, then check whether plus will be solved before left shift operator. Yes, it will be solved because plus have more precedence than left shift operator. So 5 plus 2 is 7, so it can be replaced by 7. Now we are having left shift operator, so left operand of left shift is 7. What is the right operand? Right operand will be 4 or 4 minus 1. So how will you decide? It will be 4 minus 1 because minus have higher precedence than left shift, so it will be evaluated first, and 4 minus 1 will give you 3. So finally you have both operand of left shift operator, so it will give you a value of 56. So how will it give you 56? So either you can write 7 in binary and then you can shift by 3 bits, or always remember this left shift operation is equivalent to multiplication by 2 raised to power 3. So because we are having 3 as right operand of left shift, so 7 will be multiplied by 2 raised to power 3. If in place of 3 we were having 2, then it should be multiplied by 7 into 2 raised to power 2. It will always be multiplied by 2 raised to power something that is given as second operand. So it will be 56. Now you can see in your answer there is no option as 56, so you have to mark none of these. So and next question is, an operating system is a system, software, application, utility, or none of the above. So remember, operating system is a system software. So this is the correct answer. What will be the output of the following statement? So we can discuss the logic. Here you can see you are having two variable I and Z. I have value 4, Z has value 12. So we will start with evaluating this expression. You can say if I equal to 5, logical or Z greater than 50. So inside, if you are having expression, so we will traverse the expression from left to right. So first operator is assignment operator, left operand is I, right operand is the complete right hand side, because all have greater priority than assignment. So then we will come to a logical or. So it is the next operator. The logical operator have a left operand of 5 and right operand of logical or will be either Z or Z greater than 50. So how will you decide? It will be Z greater than 50 because greater operator have a higher precedence. So first this greater operator um, can be checked, but you know about the logical operator. If the left hand side of logical operator is non-zero, in that case right operand is never evaluated. So because left operand is non-zero, so we can directly place the result of whole expression as 1, so it will be replaced by 1. There is no need to evaluate the right operand of the logical or operator. Logical or operator right operand will be evaluated only when the left operand is 0. Remember this concept always. Okay, so this value 1 will be assigned to I, and this will be the final value of expression. So if 1 is a non-zero, so condition is satisfied. Okay, so the statement inside the if block will be executed and the answer will be Dean of Student Affairs. Okay, so you have to mark it. Come to next question. What is true for the executable code? So you have to mark only one oval. So first one is generated after linking the code. Yes, executable code, exe file, they are always generated when you perform the linking operation. So it is the duty of linker to generate the executable code. So you have to mark this option. Okay, come to next question. Central processing unit, your CPU contains the subcomponent as. So what are the components? ALU, yes, it is component. CU, yes, it is also component. Both ALU, CU. So you have to mark only one oval. So third one is the best answer. So both ALU and CU are the part of CPU. Come to next question. Which operator do not have associativity right to left? there are more than one option, because you are having option for checkbox. In checkbox you have to mark all the valid options. So logical and states logical and have left to right precedence. So this is the answer according to your question, because in question you are asked about operators who do not have associativity from right to left. So logical and you can take it. Then we have to check for rest of them. Bitwise, one's complement or negation. So it is a unity operator, and all unity operator, generally all unity operator has right to left associativity except postfix. So you can not mark it, because you have to mark only left. You have to mark only those who do not have associativity right to left. Assignment operator is also right associative. Logical operator, logical or, again it have left to right, so you have to mark it also. So there are two answer. Next question, question number 11. Printf function will send following output to output screen. So let's discuss it. So how this expression is evaluated. Remember, till now I have told you that all the expressions will be evaluated left to right, but is only in case of printf, and the whole string is traversed from right to left. Okay. So when traversing the printf from right to left, you are getting x less than 30 first. Okay, x less than 30. So what is the value of x? X you can put as 15, and you will evaluate this expression 15 less than 30. So this condition is satisfied, so you will place 1 here. Okay, then you come to x equal to 20. Here 20 is assigned to x. So after assigning 20 to x, this whole expression will be replaced by 20. Then we come to x not equal to 15, because current value of x is 20 now. So 20 not equal to 15, that condition is satisfied. So you will replace it by 1. Okay. So after that, these 120 and 1, they will be placed in their respective percentage d format specifier. So you will get the resultant string as 120 and 1. Okay. So this will be the resultant string that will need to be displayed on the output screen. So that is your answer, and according to that, second one is the correct answer. Next question is, switch statement cannot work on logical expression. You can use logical expression inside switch. Float data type, yes, this is wrong answer. Okay, matlab according to your question, it is the correct answer. Float data types are not allowed in these switch statements. Okay, rest are allowed. So it is correct answer. Default statement in the switch statement is mark only one oval. So default statement is optional. Okay, first one is no, this is optional. The error that can be pointed out by the compiler are syntax error, semantic, logical error, internal. So compiler handle the syntax error. What is the size of the integer data type? Size of the integer data type is 4 byte, 2 byte, or depend on the system. Yes, it can be 2 byte or 4 byte. It depends on the system. We are using a 32-bit system, or we are using a 32-bit compiler or 16-bit compiler. Which of the following is not a keyword in C? Yes, extern is a keyword, which is a keyword of storage class. Static is also keyword of storage class. Printf, it is not a keyword. Printf is the correct answer. What will be the output of the following program? So how this program will execute? As you can see, integer num equal to 5.6. So there is a assignment of float to integer variable. So only the non-fractional part will be assigned to num. So num will become 5. So you will put 5 in place of num, switch 5. So it will directly execute the case number 5, and whatever be the statement that is written out of all cases, that will always be ignored by the compiler. So remember, this percentage d num will not produce any output. It is the statement that will be ignored by compiler. You can have a warning from the compiler, this is unreachable code. Okay, so first statement that will be printed will be print 5 will be printed. Okay, after that there is no break statement. You will not come out of switch, you will continue in other cases also. So that is a example of fall through. So it will display 6 also, and then after 0 also. So answer will be 5, 6 and 0. So this is the correct answer. Next question, which of the following loop will execute the body of the loop even when the condition controlling the loop is initially false? So there is an example of exit control loop, and your exit control loop is do while. Okay, If your condition is false initially, in that case also the do while loop execute all set of statement once, minimum once. Okay, it is the correct answer. Which symbol is used to represent the decision in the flow chart? So it is your diamond box. Okay, third option is correct answer for it. Condition that you should be combined using logical operator in a program to find whether a given year is leap year or not. So given year is n, so which condition you need to check? So you have to check all that apply. So this is combo box. Okay, this is choice box. So n is divisible by 4. Yes, you need to check this condition because year like 19 or 84, they are satisfied only this condition. Okay, n is divisible by 400. Yes, it should be, because to differentiate about century years which are leap year, or century years which are not leap years, this condition is must. So n is divisible by 400, this must be included. Next one is n is not divisible by 100. So thus, yes, this condition will also be needed to differentiate among the century years who are leap year and non-leap year. So these three conditions will be used. So you have to mark all of them. So that's the solution of your midterm 1 examination. So thank you for listening me. Have a great day.